Listen, whoever says that a woman cannot have male friends is very insecure.
Stop the cap.
Deeply, super, very insecure.
Tell us how.
Because he doesn't want his woman to be surrounded by any male energy. Because he has a small fucking dick. I'm sorry.
So you want big dicks around you then?
That's not it. I just feel better with men around me. Yeah, you guys are gonna make fun of this. But I can be better friends with guys than girls because it's less drama, it's less talking behind your back. It's just literally friendship. Straightforward, nothing.
Okay,
nothing else.
so let's break down what she's saying. Let's break down what he goes on and on, talks a little bit about what we talked about before. Is it a red flag if she has male friends?
So what women will typically have is what I just described in the previous example, right? Was with she's going to have dudes around her who she thinks are her friends, but they all just want to sleep with her. Right? Maybe not all of them, but like 90% of the dudes that are in her friendship circle are going to want to sleep with her if the opportunity ever presented itself.
They would throw that friendship in the toilet real
all
fast.
The time. And this is actually a problem with the dudes, if I'm being honest, because like, okay, let's say guys will prioritize like female companionship, not like the kind of men that we have a problem with, right? Will prioritize female companionship, as in aka sex, over like male brotherhood. So they'll stab their brothers in the back. They'll talk shit about their boys, like even in the club to like a complete stranger. They'll shit on their friend to try and get with her over their friend, right? This kind of energy is just weaselly.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of that when you have women with like a ton of male friends around them. It's just these weaselly dudes trying to like get one up on over each other to try and get her attention or whatever. Of course she likes having a bunch of male friends because it gets all this attention. Of course she does.
It's also sometimes like a bunch of backups, right? You know,
it's all backups.
She gets into fight with the guy she really likes, and then it's like, oh, I got these 5 guys over here, and I can go and cry to them, and they'll rub my head, and they'll take me out to lunch, and they'll tell me how beautiful I am, and all that. I mean, it's like, you know, you're a constant ego boost coming your way.
And maybe she's aware of this consciously or not, but either way, her having all these male friends around her is like a weapon that she can utilize against her boyfriend in the form of jealousy.
Power play.
It's a massive power play. It's totally a power play. And you see what like the immediate response out of her asking this question. This is how I know that woman doesn't actually think for herself for a start, because what's her default response? Sign language. Shaming, insults, guilt, and the need to be right.
Yeah.
That is the default. I think it was Kevin Samuels who coined that, by the way. But that's default what these kind of women will go to if a dude puts down any kind of boundary that she's like, that makes her responsible or makes her actually like, she feels like she can't have her cake and eat it too.
Right.
The moment there's a boundary put down, oh, you got a small dick. Oh, what a coincidence that all the guys, all the men that have standards have tiny penises. I didn't know that. That's an astounding, that's amazing, that coincidence. Yeah. But, and I guess all the big dick guys must just let their women do whatever the hell they like. By correlation, right?
Right. So the only way that I think it works, you know, as a female, once you get married, you're in a relationship, I think the only way the male friend works if it's a friend of both of you, right? It's a friend you see together. It becomes a family friend. It becomes somebody that you don't spend individual time with that guy. You're not spending private phone conversations, private dinners. But if the 3 of you share that, or 4 of you, maybe he's got somebody he's dating, and it becomes something that you're doing together, and it's like your boyfriend, husband has his own individual relationship with that guy. It's a different thing, I think, when it happens that way.
Group interactions like that, cool.
Yep.
But like one-on-one kind of interactions is a bit shady, right?
Oh, to me, I was like, no way if I were a dude, because you know what that's about. And by the way, people are always saying, oh, guys are creeping. Let me tell you, there's a lot of women that they got that backup. All she needs is to have one big fight with her boyfriend, and then the backup is there, and they go to a coffee, leaning on the shoulder. One thing leads to another. It's not just the guys that are creeping.
I'm going to give you a really good example, actually, because a guy hit me up just yesterday, actually, with this question, with a very similar scenario. So his scenario was his girl was being kind of like bugged by a guy at her work. She was telling her boyfriend this, right? that, oh, this guy keeps hitting on me at work. I keep telling him to go away, whatever. And then he hit me up. He'd already responded to her, and he sent me the screenshots of what he'd said to her, and he was asking me for advice. And he'd responded with something like, "Oh, I don't like that." What was exactly the way he said it? It's something like, "I don't like that you're getting this energy from him because my last girl said that there was nothing wrong. There was nothing happening between her and her friend at work, and then she slept with him behind my back." Something like that. He got cheated on. He told her basically that his last girlfriend cheated on him with a friend from work.
A friend from work.
Synopsis. Okay. Terrible idea on his half to reveal that insecurity.
Right.
Really.
Of course.
He's just given her a weapon.
Of course.
That she is now going to use against him later on to poke at him and make him jealous anytime she has an argument with him, anytime he upsets her, anything bad. Oh, really? So-and-so at work said my hair was nice today, or whatever, right?
All right. Oh, you don't like that about me? That's so funny because John says that that's like one of my biggest assets. So it's so weird that you guys think differently about that.
But here's what I broke down for this guy as well, this example. He actually said to me, "Do you think this is a problem? Do you think there's anything going on here?" And I said to him, if there was something going on between her and the guy she was working with, she wouldn't have told you about it in the first place.
Right.
She would have kept that shit a secret.
That's right.
But because she told you about it, here's what it tells you. She's trying to make you jealous. She's trying to use that as a weapon against you. Now, I'm not saying she's doing this consciously, like, meticulously planning out what she's going to do. It's just female nature.
I think a lot of women do it consciously.
Sure, there's ones that do it consciously, but in that, maybe she did. I mean, she was Ukrainian, maybe she did. I don't know. They're kind of feisty like that. But
women know what they're doing a lot of the times. That's a thing that people say.
And they'll pretend like they don't.
They pretend like they don't, and it's like, oh, women can do no wrong. Women know when they do sneaky stuff or when they do stuff to make men jealous. When women do stuff to make men jealous, we know.
Yeah,
we
but
know
I think
exactly
it was a really good example that happened yesterday. So of like him thinking,
right.
The fact that she brought it to you in the first place tells you it wasn't actually happening, and she was using it to test you to see if you're going to react to it, and you did, unfortunately.
And you did.
So it's like, I think that's actually a really good example for guys on this kind of topic.
If you like the short clip and want to watch the full episode, click here. And if you want to connect with me one-on-one on Connect, you're going to click right here. Let's get to talking.